Hi everyone, I'm Mai Salama, the managing partner of Cannes Lions Egypt, and I'm here to give you 10 tips on submission for Cannes Lions 2020 Festival of Creativity. Data must be uniquely used. What is the data that you use to drive your business forward? Judges are not looking for show and tell. They are looking for real data. They are looking for the kind of data that you received and what it took to use this data and build a solution to take your brand forward. Inform the creative idea. In this tip, it is important to focus on how data has helped develop the creative idea. It is about the articulation and the formulation of the creative idea and why and how the data was a central part of creating this idea. Validate data and results effectively. While building the submission and sending it to the judges to see it, we might lose track of data in terms of results. It is important to talk about results, not just the numbers, but also as learnings. Avoid vanity metrics. It's not about click-through rates. It's not about likes. It's not about such emotions. It's about the real value and the impact and the real emotion it hit with the audience. Force-fitting and mentioning of hot technology tools. Given that we're in the technology age, we use a lot of tools and a lot of technologies in order to do new solutions and reach the target in different ways. It is important to mention that, but it's also very important to mention why we use that, how we use that, and the effect it had on the campaign. Stick to the facts and make sure they're clearly documented. The results of the campaigns need to be clearly communicated, clearly put and stated, and as well documented. You can talk about numbers, you can put big numbers like, for example, 1 million impressions, but they could be in the sense correct, but not programmatically correct. So you need to be very specific, you need to be very direct, you need to be to the point, so judges don't feel lost while looking at the campaign results. Be concise. Make sure that your submission is concise, to the point, and not all over the place. Judges see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of submissions. So the more precise you are, the more to the point you are, and the more concise the submission is, the easier it is for the judges to grasp the idea, understand the campaign, and it also stays with them. The title of the submission needs to be clear, needs to be to the point, and needs to be memorable. Like we said before, we see hundreds of submissions. In order for the judges to be able to remember you, the title needs to be short, smart, related to the campaign, and easy to remember, so they can always link it back to the submission and to the campaign. Knowing where to put your campaign and submit your campaign in which category this versus that is always very hard. The campaign can be able to apply or can fit into several categories, but it's very important to take your time to think, to read, to do the research, and focus on the best fit of criteria for your campaign. Know your audience. If your idea is in a niche area of the field or is in a new category, make sure to explain the field. Take the time to explain in clear terms what the field is, what the product is, and what the solution is. And finally, what we have seen over the past few years on a global scale, campaigns with cause and campaigns with impact are the campaigns that really hit a chord and the campaigns that really go miles and get awarded and get celebrated. Impact on so many levels, on any human being or on any living being, is always the one thing that makes campaign ring true, memorable, and winnable.